What's going on, guys? This is Joshua, aka Future Filmmaker, doing now Fraser Reviews, where I talk movies, TV, and music. And this is going to be a audio voiceover movie review for Deep Blue Sea 3, the third installment in the Deep Blue Sea franchise. This is directed by John Pogue and stars Tania Raymonde. And in Deep Blue Sea 3, Dr. Emma Collins and her team are spending their third summer on the island of Little Happy, studying the effect of climate change on the great white sharks who come to the nearby nursery every year to give birth. However, their peaceful life is disrupted when a scientific team shows up looking for 3 bull sharks. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. Also, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video all over your social media, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to know when news videos are posted and set to premiere, as well as post in my community tab. Otherwise, you might not get notifications to any videos, live streams, and community posts. And if you would like to send money to my chime or want to send a fan mail, you can email me or DM me privately, and all my social media links are in the description box down below. So, when it comes to Deep Blue Sea 3, I was not looking forward to it at all. Now, the trailer, it wasn't half bad, but considering the fact that you came off a really piss poor, lame, shitty sequel when it comes to Deep Blue Sea 2, I went into this not excited, but at the same time I was curious, because shark movies are a bit of a hit and miss. There are some good ones, like the original Jaws, and The Shallows is a good one. Then you have guilty pleasures like Sharknado, all 6 of them. They're not great films, but I enjoy those movies because they're stupid fun. They know what they are. They're campy. And then, of course, Deep Blue Sea, the original Deep Blue Sea from 1999, I really do like. I really do like that movie. And Deep Blue Sea 2 was so bad that I ended up really not enjoying it as much as I wanted to. I thought it was a complete shot-for-shot, scene-for-scene, word-for-word film of the same movie. So going into this, I was hoping this would at least do what the second movie didn't. And I'm very happy to announce that Deep Blue Sea 3 was actually way better than I expected. Now, of course, it's nowhere near a great movie, and it's nowhere near as better than the first movie, but I have to say, I was pretty impressed with Deep Blue Sea 3. First off, let's start off with the characters. I actually like the characters in this movie a lot more than the characters in the second movie. The characters in the second movie were nothing but cardboard cutouts, and they were pretty lame and written. The acting, of course, was pretty terrible, aside from those 3 main actors, including Michael Beach and Daniel Severa. Those are the only 3 who was actually trying. But when it comes to the characters in this, I really didn't mind them. Tania Raymonde as Dr. Emma Collins, I liked her character. She was trying to basically trying to, of course, has another reason to do what she is supposed to do, and she's following in her late father's footsteps, and she works to preserve the ocean, and she's worried about the climate change, and she studies this problem. And I liked her character. She was pretty great, and Tania Raymonde does a great job. Anytime in the sequences where you're meant to be scared, I enjoyed her performance. I really liked her a lot. Also, Nathaniel Bozalik as Dr. Richard Lowell, I liked him. He was really insane as well. He has a bit of a character depth to him, but he was a very entertaining character. Emerson Brooks, Bryn Foster, Alex Bott, Reina Oye, Saya Mayo, and Omir Kaninga as the rest of the characters. I find them to be pretty entertaining and enjoyable too. But the characters, you don't really go into this movie for the characters. You're going in to see the sharks. So let's get into the sharks, of course. the B movie campiness is back from the first movie, which was something the second movie really lacked. And also, I'll say right now off the back, these sharks are very, very deadly in this movie. I like the sharks here. And the thing is, when it comes to this movie, is these sharks in this movie, I was really impressed with the CGI at times. Now, it did go into the typical shark cliche, but at the same time, I still very much enjoyed what this movie was going for. Now, you have, of course, these crit sharks, of course, which they do come out. These 3 sharks are meant to be the last of a failed experiment, and in the Destroy Lab, and they are the children of a subject named Bella, which I liked. And when they attack, they do attack. And this movie, it has cheesiness to it. It does have some blood. And I will say right now, some of the CGI is not the greatest, but this is a direct-to-video sequel, so honestly, I don't know what much you can do with them. And I also like this idea of this man-made island, which is subject from flooding towards rising sea levels and reducing the population, which I thought that was a very creative idea. And the fact that this team is studying the problem on this island a little happy for the last 3 years, I thought it was interesting. I found a lot of things in this movie, and also the cinematography-wise. Cinematography, and there are some great shots. I don't know who the cinematographer is, but I will have it in my description box down below. This movie is mercifully short than the one. Even though the second one was pretty short, the second one felt like 2.5 hours, where this is an hour and 39 minutes. It gets you straight in, it gets you straight out. And also the writing is pretty strong for the most part, as well as the direction by John Pogue. And the music in this movie is your typical Deep Blue Sea creepy B music by Kilian, in which I will say the music was one of the best few good things in the second movie. But of course, this movie is not perfect. This movie definitely has some writing problems. It definitely goes into that B movie territory. And in a lot of ways, there is some wonky CGI that doesn't really go too far into it. But other than that, it just kind of doesn't really fit into the movie. Now, the shark sequences and the shark scenes, they're pretty entertaining. There are the 2 big moments where, of course, with the sharks that occurs into this movie was really good. And I do like the tie-in, how they try to tie this into the first movie very well. So, yeah, aside from some problems when it comes to CGI and some of that B movie territory, and some of the other characters being a little bit less disposable, I will say that Deep Blue Sea 3 is worthy of being a part of the series. This should have been the second movie. Some of the CGI may not look the greatest, some of the writing may not be the strongest at times, and also there is some crazy dumb B movie moments, but I think Deep Blue Sea 3 has a lot more to offer than the second movie ever did. And for that reason alone, I'm gonna go ahead and give Deep Blue Sea 3. Deep Blue Sea 3 is somewhat of a highly recommendation. This is a guilty pleasure, of course. So yeah, it's going in guilty pleasure playlist. So that was my review of course, Deep Blue Sea 2. Deep Blue Sea 3, I'm sorry. See, I got a little tongue-tied. So, in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Deep Blue Sea? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or are you somewhere in the middle? All my social media links in the description box down below. I'm glad you guys are sticking around. Let's continue to get this channel up to at least 2K subscribers before the end of December, or at least the beginning of the year. And you guys keep it cool, enjoying the Epictasticness.